Traveled up, probably about 250 students here, and they're doing Operation Invade Irvine tonight.
Well, we've got a sellout crowd, and it should be a great one. And why not, Steve? They're playing for first place. Huge matchup.
Opening tip belongs to the Anteaters in first place. A game ahead of the Tritons. The Anteaters are in white. Low-scoring affair the first time around. Anteaters defense held the Tritons to a season-low 52 last time. That one off the mark there for Justin Hone. Here's Tait-Jones going to drive in on Bent Loyston and score the bucket. That's something they didn't do the first time around.
No, and that's what he does. He can attack you. You've got to stay grounded. Coach Turner, Russ Turner at practice today, just challenging his guys to stay on the floor. Don't put Tait-Jones to the free throw line.
Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones is second in the Big West at 19.9 points per game. Look at the starting lineup for UC San Diego as Howell buries a three. That starting lineup, and you can appreciate this as a former head coach, they have been together for all 23 games this season. That's a veteran group, and his team and his coaches, they know that. One of only 4 teams in the country that can boast about that. All of last year, when the Tritons won 21 games, they played all 5 starters in every single game. The only team to do that. Miles Shea with a miss, rebounded by Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones. Early lead for UC San Diego. Here's Hayden Gray. Little bounce pass on the backdoor cut to Tait-Jones. Kick out Howell. Howell has made a 3.
Well, they weren't knocking those shots down the first time around, but they seem to be in a rhythm.
Missed shot. It went off of the Anteaters out of bounds. So additional possession here for UC San Diego. Hayden Gray. Here's Tait-Jones trying to go downhill, and a foul.
Well, you can look into the eyes of the defenders for UC Irvine, and you've got 10 eyes on Tait-Jones, and for good reason, because he's tricky, he's deceptive, and he'll beat you not only to the basket when you get to the foul line, but he'll find people too.
First on Justin Hone, and well, nobody has been to the free throw line more than Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones. This will be his national leading 200th free throw attempt, and that is his national leading 162nd free throw made.
Yeah, and you know he's trying to get there, Steve, and it's still hard to guard. Again, as a coach, you're sitting in film sessions. I'm fortunate to sit in some of these sessions. You get the point across to your players, but doing it, studying it, saying it, preparing for it, it's a lot different to come out in the court and do it, because there's a lot of stuff going on where he's really good with the ball.
Only got to the free throw line 6 times in the first meeting. He's usually good for about 10 trips to the line per game.
Yeah, that's an art.
Substitution. Norton K pitch
back in that zone.
That's the first. It was 1-0 and a lob up there, and reestablishing the lead. Tait-Jones to Rushler.
Yeah, when Tait-Jones draws a crowd, so when he draws a crowd, he's going right to the rim. And it's pretty hard to cover high-low when he's got that ball in the high post.
That's an SAT where that lead by Irvine was ephemeral. Missed free throw. Irvine is 3rd nationally in made free throws, 81% from the free throw line. That's tops in the Big West Conference.
Yeah, and that foul, if you're Irvine and the coaching staff now trying to, counsel a little bit, you don't want to commit those types of fouls, 75 feet from the basket. You don't mind a help situation underneath the basket in the paint, but you got to let those go.
So 3rd on Ofiri Ujijujeli.
Well, that's why, because there's no advantage gained there. You can full court press, but you're not going to get a steal. There it is again. I mean, it's the reach in, it's the brush away, and you're just too close. Got a space.
Here's Gray, straightaway 3, missed back iron. Tait-Jones got
here. They can see if they can get back in this game and get a lead.
7 for Shea. Tait-Jones found a spotty lights. He's not going to miss from there in the paint.
No, he got wide open. There was no help, and you've got to put another body there at least to challenge or make him give it up.
Half dozen for Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones from New Zealand, Hawaii Hilo transfer. Averages almost 20 points a game, 2nd in the conference. Dixon, he's a San Diegan, went to St. Augustine. Inside open, 3 for 3, right? Chris Howell knocking down a career high, or matching a career high in threes. 0 for 7 since. Ty Magai is on the bench, one of the leaders in the nation in 3. He's been there for a while with 3 personal fouls. Been out since the 8:21 mark.
Yeah.
And over 6 minutes. We're not going to see him till the second half, are we? Mike Hawk down there.
Yeah,
great program.
Did a great job.
And there's a takeaway.
Yeah,
Milovic ahead to Aiden Burke. Bounce pass. Ryan throws it down. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Steve, that's a momentum breaker right there. Things were going UC Irvine's way. And how about UCSD? No problem.
Well, again, Roslin only played 6 minutes as a result of 4 fouls in a 3-minute clip in the first half against Irvine. He averages 19 minutes a game, so he's been chomping at the bit for almost a full month to get back on the floor. And that's going to be a turnover for Irvine on the baseline.
You know, Steve, I asked you, about, well, we'll get back to it, but, we talked about what can happen in fast break basketball, but watch the outlet pass and watch the look. I mean, that's just running the floor, textbook fast break.
San Diego 2 Februarys ago.
Guess what? Eric Owen knows what that's like. He had a streak going, and Russ Turner's team kindly put that one to rest, so he'd like to return the favor here.
That was another ephemeral streak, too, because Tennessee had lost like a day or 2 earlier. Their 14-game winning streak was over. And Tait-Jones inside to Milovic. Wow, defending was Leuston.
But you've got to play Tait-Jones not just as a scorer, because he can definitely find guys. So as you're trying to help out when he puts the ball on the deck, he's got the ball in contingent to let him know he's back.
That's Operation Invade.
Yeah.
Irvine. Back in Ty Magai. He had 3 fouls in the first half. He sat the last 8-12. Tait-Jones with the assist to K-Pitch.
Well, again, he drives, but, you can't just play him as a driver and a scorer. You must know he's going to be an assist guy, too, and try to get deflections.
Milovic the rebound. Rebounds favor Irvine, 19-16. Tait-Jones downhill and draws a foul. Kyle Evans got him, the Colorado State transfer.
What a great move to get the ball. Torian Lee, the freshman. Eyes are up, delivers.
You'll love this, 13 assists on 14 made field goals for Irvine. That's their first bench point of the game, and to the hole. And a great take there, Tait-Jones.
He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he, Stevie?
Yeah.
He gets the rim, and you can use, either hand. The first is right, but boy, he gets there in a hurry.
And here is a steal by Greg. It's what he does best, and the reverse lay-in. That's defense leading to offense for the Tritons.
Yeah, and he does that kind of, off the ball. It's not on the ball as much. His steals come off the ball. He came blind, and now the Irvine Animators return the favor. Return the favor by turning it over themselves here. But here's the steal, Steve. Here's the point I'm making is, you're coming from the backside. You don't see it.
For Irvine, numbers back the other way. Tait-Jones goes to work on Leuston. Got a little body bump and scores on the 7'1" German. It's a 14-point lead for UC San Diego.
And what Tait-Jones does inside is almost illegal, Steve. He gets you there, and he can get you up with both pivot feet. So hard to defend down there.
It's an 18-4 run. The Tritons are up by 14, and they're going to get another steal, what they do best. They get almost 11 of those a game, and that's going to be a kick. Tillis out of bounds. 9:58 to go.
Well, let's take a look at the last look. There's that basket. There's the bump. There's the, the pivot. You just keep a pivot foot. He just keeps going until he can find you and get you to commit, and then he scores against you. Just great individual moves.
Howell walks in on the three-point.
You said it, Steve. Raining threes. I do remember that. I have been around long enough to remember.
That is, by my count, the 7th different Triton player to make a 3 in the second half. They have made 9 of 12 second-half threes, and this has been their MO, 52% on threes. If you're sitting as a 5 seed, do you want to see either one of these teams?
No, absolutely not.
And a foul, and they're going to get Leuston for the bump and the reach-in on Tait-Jones.
and make the free throws. But you've got to get there now. But the game's going to come down to seeing if you can get some stops. UC San Diego very comfortable on the floor right now.
13-point lead for UC San Diego, coming up on 7.5 to go. Again, we told you that unbeaten 15-0 when leading at half this season. Just turned it on a moment ago, an 18-4 run to get up 17. Now they'll be patient. Here's Magai, and Magai gets his 81st of the season to go down 5th most in the NCAA.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Tait-Jones going to work on Loyston, who's got 3 fouls. Coming up on 5 minutes to go, the lead is 9. Tait-Jones is going to take it. Tait-Jones is going to make it.
You only need to make one of those, and he did. So that extends the lead. Great confidence. Shot, I think you just went down low to Loyston. I think probably wanted to go back down there one more time.
Time a guy lost the handle on it, turns it over. Loyston ahead to Hone, blocked by Tait-Jones, and it'll be UC San Diego basketball. They say Hone touched it last after the block. Timeout on the floor. Terminated his dribble. Here's Che, baseline, a little too hard. Rebound Tait-Jones. Tait-Jones is going to drive, and a reach-in foul on Tillis. And wanting credit for the basket is Tait-Jones, not the NBA, not even the G League.
No, that was actually a pretty good foul because he was about to get to the rim. But I think what Irvine's doing, and they're getting them together as a team, they're talking about if they, usually Loyston's a kid that, is not going to say much, but he quietly pulled his teammates aside and said, hey, look, I've got some position down low. Let me see the rock, because you want your big guys to want the ball. Yeah. You got big guys that don't want the ball, then don't throw it to him. But he's asking for the ball.
2 big free throws by the best shooter in the country at getting to the line and making them. Tait-Jones has been to the free throw line 5 times in this game. He's 3 of 5. Made that one to put his team up 11.
Well, this is the danger area part of the game, Steve. You can't come down and waste a possession now. You got to get on the board, and then you've got to go back and somehow get some stops.
The Kiwi makes them both. He's got 15 points. Lead is 12 inside of 3 minutes to go.
That's right. You've got to get a shot up in a hurry here.
4 seconds to shoot, 2:31 to go. In it goes to an open Tait-Jones, and he's going to rattle home another 3. 12 second half threes for UC San Diego.
That's confidence, Steve. That's nothing more than confidence.
11 at the line. And he'll go to the bench here momentarily with his team down 13.
Well, if you're Irvine, you got to try to pick up the pressure here.
And they do, and we're going to have a foul. Wow.
That was pretty good defense from here.
Yeah. It's on Eugene Dugele, and we're going to have free throws back on the other end here.
Here it is. There's the double team coming.
Yeah.
And then the obvious across the arm. Officials getting it right. Steve, we think we see something, but the official's on it. So if you're San Diego, UC San Diego, you got to knock down your free throws and secure this.
Tait-Jones makes the front end. He's got 19. How about this note just handed to me? UC Irvine has lost only 1 game by 10 or more points in the last 5 years, and that would have been in 2022. They lost by 14 to Fresno State out of the Mountain West Conference.
Well, that should tell you how good UC San Diego is to accomplish this. Again, UC Irvine winners of 10 of their last 11, 22 in a row. I mean, you've got to put an effort to beat this team. They're usually not going to beat themselves.
Tritons are 157 away from moving into a first-place tie with UC Irvine. A miss on the drive there by Dixon.
I've been impressed, and I said this yesterday at practice when we were at UC San Diego's practice, but Eric Olin was very calm, very confident, as was his players. I'm saying, do you know what you're running into here? I mean, it's going to be a tough game. He said, yeah, they're all tough. But yeah, but, we lost last time, but we're due.
The kid from Austria puts another shrimp on the Barbie.
Well, there's that confidence. The coach must have known something.
Half the Tritons were 3 of 11 on threes, 13 of 20 in the second half. Got an 18-point lead coming up on a minute to go. Big West Conference is a minute 11 away from having not one but two 20-win teams on February the 8th at the close of business.
Yeah, no, this is a big signature win for Eric Olin and what his program has meant. I mean, again, coming back all the way from a Division II affiliation, putting in for membership, going through some growing pains, and he's got his program here with obviously the #1 team in the league and the team that's been dominating this league for some time. As we mentioned, both UC Irvine and UC Santa Barbara have been the top 2 teams.
21 tonight for Tait-Jones. Along with 8 rebounds, he has 8 assists, a steal, and a block. Hayden Gray with 4 more steals tonight to give him a NCAA leading 85 total steals.
Now that's
47.8 to go. And Hayden Gray, what a night he's had again. Wednesday was named one of 15 players on the midseason Naismith Defensive Player of the Year watch list. And next night he had 7 steals, and he follows it up with 4 more tonight. 11 this week alone.
Not bad for a Division II player, as they say. But, again, that's nonsense to me. I've coached Division II players. One that exactly became Player of the Year, helped our team get to an NCAA Sweet 16 team. So forget about where they play. Players can play. It doesn't matter what division they're at. They'll play. But, let's put this perspective. Look at the crowd. Both teams, bringing their fan base. Irvine did a great job promoting this game, getting a sold-out arena. This is the atmosphere you want. They're going to have more games at home. It's a tough loss. But, Steve, this program has been at the top, and it's great to see their hometown fans come out and support their local UC Irvine.
Yeah, you saw those smiles in the Tritons huddle, and I think right now they realize just how good a basketball team they are. Net 53, and again, they've got an 18-point lead. Here was a 2-point lead at halftime for the Tritons. They're going to be 16-0 now with leading at half, which is unbelievable. And you see the Big West top 2 right here. It's about to be 10-2 apiece here in 47.8 seconds.
You're Eric Olin. What do you do for encore? I mean, I used to have problems with my teams after big wins. Sometimes their heads got a little big.
6 Division II transfers playing with a chip on their shoulder. Still a long way to go in conference play, though. You're gonna have 2 teams that have 12 of the 20 games left, and for the Tritons, they haven't played Davis yet at all.
No, and I got to make a statement here. I'd hate to play the Anteaters next. If you're Russ Turner, whoever you got join in, because this team won't be ready.
It's Santa Barbara. It's you and I back here.
Oh boy, I know that's
an 8 o'clock start.
That's a rough one.
And not only is it 8 o'clock start, but the next day Irvine has to travel to Hawaii, so a tough road.
Steve, they put their performance on the line, and they got it done.
And they win it by 18. They've been beating teams this year by an average of 17.4. 13 second half threes. For Ben Braun, our terrific crew, I'm Steve Quist. Thanks for watching. Good night from Irvine, California. Tritons get it done.